Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome back to my quilt room. I have another really quick little project for you today. And this pattern behind me is called Wraparound, and it's by abrightcorner.com. Now, I didn't make mine exactly the same way that they did theirs, but the effect is still the same. It takes 3 charm packs, and these are the charm packs that I used. And since I don't speak French, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I'm just going to show you the names. And they were charm packs by Moda. And that's what I used to create this. I've always loved the colors of the red and the tan and brown, and these have just a hint of blue. And so the thing that intimidated me about making squares like this is that they're partial, it has a partial seam. And so I decided I was going to learn how to do that, and I'm going to show you how to do it so that you won't have any fear in making a partial seam. Now this is the size of the fabrics. They took charm packs, which are 5-inch squares, and cut them in half. So they become 2.5 inches by 5-inch rectangles. The center are 3-inch by 3-inch squares. And in this one, I had some brown that I liked, and so that is what I cut and used for my centers. I set these, the blocks are set 8 by 8. So this is how you will lay out, pick out the fabric that'll be your center, and you're going to start with fabric number 1, which will be at the top of your square. And what they want you to do is start there and stitch your seam down and leave 1/4 inch. Well, that's a tight squeeze when you have to flip fabric back out of your way at the end when you sew the final seam together. So I quit maybe 1/2 inch or so from the end. So I only stitched number 1 on top of the center, and I stitched and left about 1/2 inch, and then I folded it back. The next one that you're going to sew the entire seam on is number 2, and you will lay it on these 2 pieces and stitch it together as I did here. You can see this one is stitched all the way across, and then you fold it back, and so that one is on. The next one will be number 3, and again you will stitch the entire seam all the way across the bottom as it is here. Fold it back. The next one will be number 4, and again it is going to be stitched all the way across from here to here. So the final seam, after you folded this one back, is going to be where you started at the top, and you'll fold it back down, and you can see here this one, it's only stitched, like I said, it leaves about 1/2 inch, and you're going to fold that back down and then stitch it all the way to the end and fold it back and press it and press your block out, and then your block is finished. Now these came out to be, looks like there's 1, 2, 6, about 7-inch square. And then, like I said, I set these 8 blocks by 8 blocks. And this pattern had no border, but I like to finish things out with a border. So I put a 2.5 inch dark brown border all the way around the outside of this. And I can see if you have 2.5 inch strips, you have a jelly roll that you want to use, you don't have charm squares, those are already 2.5 inches wide, and you could just cut them in 5-inch increments across your strip and mix them up and use those instead of your charm pieces. So it's very easy. I'm no longer afraid to do a partial seam. I know that I can do it. After you practice a little bit, you'll get good at it. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this little block and that you'll take a jelly roll or charm packs and give it a try. So until the next time, we'll see you later.